Good morning, guys. Allow me to show off this beautiful dress I bought at our thrift market for less than $1. The sunny days are back and it's quite ideal for this hot weather. And the fabric itself is quite unique. I'd call it vintage. We no longer get this kind of material in our market. I love the flowers too. I've been moving around so much, I've not had time to check on the garden, and I know there are a lot of harvests to make, but I will only be harvesting what we need today, which is vegetables that we're going to cook for lunch. We planted these vegetables about 3 weeks ago, and they are ready for harvest, though they've been a bit slow because of the sunny days that have returned. In the rainy season, they grow faster than this. You can see how dry the soil is. I don't know why mulching is not a thing here, but maybe because we get a lot of rain here. It doesn't go very long before we get rain. So as much as the soil is dry, we are expecting rain anytime. That's the advantage of living on the hillside. One time we had a debate on the name of these particular vegetables. Here we call them sukuma wiki or kale, others call it collard greens, but it is the most common vegetable eaten here in Kenya. It appears on our tables each and every day. There seems to be a big party here and everyone is having a good time on my okra. Fortunately, they don't look damaged. I somehow forgot about them. I always forget to harvest my okra and they grow so fast. Kenyans in here, is the okra craze still on? My country people are crazy. In my next life, I'd still want to be a Kenyan. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, there's this talk that has been going on in Kenya for some time now about okra and its role in our sex life. Kenyans generally don't eat okra, but suddenly there's such a high demand for okra and the prices are up. I don't know where these pests came from, but they are definitely not native to my village. I understand seeds secretly carry pests with them, and I got these seeds from South Africa, so I don't know if I imported the pests, but there are lots of them, and I just don't know how to get rid of them. They don't seem to be destroying the crop though, so I don't know how to handle them. In the meantime, I'll just shake them off and harvest my okra. Later on in the video, I'm going to share with you a recipe for okra. This time, we are going to do a different one. The other time, I gave you a recipe of slimeless okra. So today, we are doing something different. I hope you stay to the end to see this. Other than those insects on the okra, I'm also fighting with the birds. I love the birds so much. I'm not complaining. But sometimes they really destroy the crops and they love to eat my chilies. So these days I don't wait for the chilies to get ripe. As long as they start turning the colors, then I just pick them out. Because once they turn bright red, then the birds eat everything. Do you see that drone in the sky? That's how we get our urgent medical supplies here in the village. They are so fast. Ever since I successfully tried out the cement crafts, I think I developed a lot of interest in making things out of cement. And today I'm going to use this old fabric to make a flower pot. I believe you wanna see that. So I have cement here mixed with a bit of sand, and I'm just going to mix it up, add some water, and make something that looks like a paste out of it. Don't mind my spoon, I didn't have a trowel. That's why we call them DIYs. We don't have to have the right tools. It's well mixed. We already have the paste. And now I'm just gonna dip in the fabric and make sure it absorbs all the paste. So we're gonna keep turning until it's all covered in the cement, and then we're going to lay it over. I'm using a jerry can, but you can use any container that will give the shape of the base. I'm making little folds on it which are going to give it its beauty, and I'm also using cans to make folds on the long edges. You will see the results once it's dry. So once we are done laying out the patterns, I'm just going to support it with this stone so it doesn't roll back. Then I'm going to smear another paste of purely cement over it, and this is what we have. So we're going to give it time to dry, and I will share with you the outcome. So stay tuned for the results. It's time for our recipe, and first I'm going to wash the okra. I've just added a little salt. As always, you can also use bicarbonate of soda to clean them. Next, we are going to cut them into biteable sizes or just small pieces. Remember to remove the hard tips before you cut them up. Always remember to harvest your okra when they are still young and tender. Once they are overgrown, they become very hard, and even if you cook, they don't become soft to chew. We're going to heat some oil in the pan. Just make sure it's very hot, and then we shall fry the okra pieces for just about 2 minutes. This reduces the slime. It will still be just a bit slimy, but not the kind of slime that may disgust some people. And then we will take them out of the pan and just add a little oil, then fry onions. I always leave my onions to turn golden brown, but it's your choice. So once the onions are cooked, then we are going to add chopped tomatoes. You can also use blended tomatoes or tomato paste. And we are going to add salt and let it cook until the tomatoes are very soft. Once the tomatoes are cooked, then you can go in with your favorite spices. I always use paprika and curry powder, but again, it's your choice. You can do it without even the spices. Next, we are going to add the okra, which we had pre-fried, and mix it with the tomatoes and all the spices. And then We are going to add a little water and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Our lunch is ready and I'm serving my okra with stewed fish and ugali. Thanks for watching. It's such an honor to have you here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.